one day, this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day.
Hey, what's up, everybody? That was a clip from the famous speech of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Back in August of 1963, the famous I Have a Dream speech. How's everyone doing out there today? Welcome to another episode of This is KC Sports. I am your man Bishop, live and direct from the IE Sports Radio Studios. IE Sports Radio, of course, your direct feed for all that is sports. Welcome everybody, welcome. We got Terry Rodriguez, Larry B, Paige, everyone's in the building today. I appreciate everyone. Hey, thank you so much, Terry Rodriguez. I was like, I got to do something here, you know, on this special day, of course. So I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. Thank you so much. My man Larry B on the chat, of course. Hey, how about those Chiefs? You know what's up. Hey, we advance another week. We in the playoff, baby. We in the playoffs. We advance another week into the playoffs, and it feels great. It feels great. Sneed and company, the CEO of Sac Nation, Chris Jones, George Garloftis, McDuffie, you know, MVS even did this little thing. You know, he tried to show up for us, you know. Hardman tried to show up. They put in that work, you know. Mahomes out there playing with the crack helmet. Said, I don't give a damn. I'm going to do what we got to do. They locked down Tyreek Hill. Tyreek wanted to come back to Arrowhead so bad he got his wish. His wish was granted. I don't think he knew what was on the other side of that wish. But my Chiefs, on this lovely MLK Day, it is Chiefs Victory Playoff Day. I mean, what, like, you know, it didn't started snowing again here in Kansas City today, but other than that, what else could we ask for? You know, the game was nice. I cannot lie. I enjoy watching the game. It wasn't a snooze fest like I kind of anticipated it would be. The crowd was rocking in negative 24, 26 degree weather with the wind chills. It was just insane, man. And I really wanted to go to the game. I really wanted to go. I didn't make it. My son did. One of my sons did. And I think maybe around halftime or so, he's like, I had to go back to the car. My feet was frozen. I'm like, man, I told you, you gotta go correct. You gotta go correct, man. You can't be out there half-stepping, you know, messing with that weather. You know, the 19-year-olds, you know, they think they invincible. I was once in that era of my life where I thought I was invincible also. But nonetheless, he got to enjoy it. They tailgated him and his friends, some of their dads and stuff. So it was nice. I wish I could have been there. I didn't make it. I was too indecisive. That's what it was. I had the green light from Paige, but I wanted her to go. If she would have been like, all right, come on, let's go, then it would have been on and cracking. She didn't want to go. So it's one of those things. I couldn't decide for myself. I needed her to help me decide. So she was like, I ain't going out there. I'm like, all right, cool. And I still wanted to go, but I wish I would have went, man, because I know that place was, I know Arrowhead was thumping. Quick game facts. Man, first off, shout out to Miami. They came in. I know they got drug out, but at least you guys tried to fight your way in that miserable weather that we had, man. It wasn't in the car for y'all, but shout out to y'all. Also, shout out to Tyreek Hill. He's making light of the entire situation. He's joking about it on Twitter. Snead locked him down, checked him at the line, checked him at the line of scrimmage, and put him on the ground. And Tyreek said Snead jammed his ass all the way to Cancun. So I thought that was hilarious, man. So big up to that. Snead, man, definitely a Pro Bowler. He got snubbed. It's all good though. But Tua Tagovailoa. He went 20 for 39, 199 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Mostert was their top carrier, 8 carries, 33 yards, followed by Tua himself, who held it for three carries and 25 yards. Their top receiver, of course, was no one other than the cheetah himself, Tyreek Hill. He had 5 receptions for 62 yards. That man got locked down again. Do anybody remember how many yards Tyreek had in Germany? Does anyone remember that? I believe it was just about the same situation. Am I right? Let's see. I believe Tyreek Hill had 8 receptions for 62 yards. I can't make this up, man. Snead said, ding, ding, man. Class is in session, Tyreek. I'm on your ass. So that's what's up. Held that man to another 62 yards. On the Chiefs side of things, Wilson was the second highest carrier for Miami with 3 receptions, 37 yards. On my Kansas City Chiefs side, Mahomes went for a crazy 23-41, 262. Not nothing crazy. I just like to amp it up because it's the Chiefs. 1 touchdown. Pacheco, highest carrier, of course, highest rushing yards on our team that day. 24 carries, 89 yards. Mahomes was the second one, had it for 2 carries, 41 yards, followed by CEH, 7 carries, 21 yards. Our top receiver, come on, man, no one other than the rookie himself, Rashee Rice, 8 receptions, 130 yards, counted 130 yards. Kelsey was the number 2, 7 receptions, 71 yards. Shout out to them Kansas City Chiefs, baby. Who we take on next? I'm ready to roll. I am ready to roll. I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like Pittsburgh, and y'all give me some insight on this. What do y'all think is going to happen up there in Buffalo? I feel like Pittsburgh, man, it's been such a crazy wild card weekend so far. I want to say I'm going against what I know to be true. I want to say Pittsburgh is going to win, but I don't feel it. I don't feel it within, you know. I feel like I'm forcing myself to think that way. I mean, it would be cool if Pittsburgh won, but I feel like the NFL script writers want Mahomes in Buffalo. That's it makes sense. It just makes too much sense. Like the revenue, the watching, the viewerships, the everything, dude. That game would, dude. I don't think no one else will watch any other games. Like, I don't think any other game would get that much attention. Like Miami and the Chiefs, you know, got his viewers because it was homecoming for Tyreek, right? This one, if Mahomes have to go to Buffalo, this thing will be off. I can smell some. I used to do cable. All right, I can smell outages mid game. Okay, crunch time, mid game. Everyone at the edge of their seat. I can smell a whole bunch of champ blackouts on TVs, and people will be pissed. But I believe that because the servers will be overloaded and all that stuff. But anywho, I believe it only makes sense for Mahomes to go to Buffalo. That's what I want. I kind of wanted Pittsburgh, you know, from the get-go. I really wanted to play Pittsburgh instead of Miami. But, yeah, I think it's gonna be. I think Buffalo's gonna win, and like I said, the script just makes sense. It just makes sense, right? I'm sitting there I'm trying to think of another better scenario, dream scenario for the NFL. I mean, like I said, so far over Wild Card Weekend, they had a whole bunch of fairy tale Cinderella stories going on. You had the young gun, rookie, sensational. C.J. Stroud destroy the Browns. I did not. Hold up. Shout out to C.J. Stroud deserves some claps. What in the entire what happened? What happened, ladies and gentlemen? What happened with the Browns? Man, like I don't want to put them on fraud alert, man, but because I'm like, dude, like I had deep down in my soul, I felt that the Browns were a better team than the Ravens, and I'm like, okay, you got the vet, Joe Flacco, and you got this hungry Browns defense and offense as a collective whole. They're not going to be playing outside in the cold and all that. And granted, C.J. Stroud did not play when they played up in Cleveland. So I guess that was the surprise, for Cleveland's defense. They were, maybe they didn't realize, hey, this guy didn't play you guys. So you need to study hard, study long, or maybe they study long and study wrong. I don't know. But I was like devastated. I was watching the game, and me and Paige were watching the game, and she ran to go get the food for the Chiefs game. I dozed off in the middle of the game and took myself an old man nap, and it was 14. Like when I woke up, it was 14-21, I believe. And I'm like, oh, okay, they're gonna make their way back. I think it was before halftime, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I believe so. I'm like, okay, they're going to make their way back. I ain't worried about it. And just in a blink of an eye, man. Like, if you blink, you missed it, all right? On the IE Sports chat, Terrence said the Texans proved that with C.J. Stroud and Nico Collins, they're a force. Man, they proved more than a force. They proved, like, man, hey. They were looking like early Kansas City with Mahomes, early stage Mahomes with Kansas City. You know, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm going to put that out there, man, because the young man deserves his props. That whole team, that coach, you know, they deserve their props, man. That's how they were clicking on all cylinders. I don't think no mistakes was made in that game on their behalf. Taryn also said, remember the first time the Browns and Texas played when another Texas were without Stroud? Exactly. Yeah. That's what I was just saying, that they didn't have Stroud. I didn't know Collins was out also. Wow. So there you go. Wow, man. Is that the new duo? The new duo threat in the AFC? You know? Like, so if this team is looking like this, and you got all these Bengals fans saying Burrow will be back next year. I personally feel like the Bengals Super Bowl window is closing, like quickly, okay? I said that last year. I said it the year. Yeah, I said it last year. I was like, that window's closing, man. And rapidly, okay? And here we are. Unfortunately, Burrow suffered an injury because I really wanted, Burrow versus Mahomes like always. But is this the new threat to the AFC? This duo, C.J. Stroud and Nico Collins? Because it's looking like it. And I don't know. I can't wait to see what the schedule is going to look like for next season. I'm not concerned about my team because y'all better believe Veach is already fixing this wide receiver situation. You guys think that Veach is about to walk into next season with an unsure, unsolid, not solid wide receiver room? You out of your mind. They're on it. Trust me. Now, I don't know what they're going to do about the Chris Jones, because here you are. You got Snead out here looking like a lockdown corner, and you got Karlaftis, you got Willie Gay. Like, how you going to pay all these people? And that's why I never understood the salary cap situation with a lot of teams. Like, how do certain teams have enough money to afford all this top tier talent? Like every year you got a Buffalo sitting up there with pretty decent talent. The tax man is just now coming to knock on the Bengals' door this coming up season here. They got to figure out some things, but a lot of teams have a bunch of talent, and I'm like, how the hell y'all can afford this? Well, I guess y'all quarterback don't make Mahomes money, I guess that maybe is that the difference? I don't know, but there's a lot of things that's going to have to be worked out this offseason for the Chiefs. I'm a little nervous because I like my supporting cast defense. I like my starting cast. We're going to pause real quick and take a break. We'll be right back. We're going to continue talking about these Chiefs and the playoffs. We got a couple games lined up for today. Man, this is just action-packed, bro. Action-packed wild card playoff. I don't know what you want to call it. The weekend is over. It's wild card mania, I guess. I don't know. We'll be right back. This is IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Stick around.
Are you a fan of Buffalo sports? Are you thinking of changing loyalties and becoming a Buffalo sports fan? Do you even know where Buffalo is on the map? Did you know Canada is closer to Buffalo than New York City? Welcome to the Buffalo Huddle, every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 4 p.m. Pacific Coast Time on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I'm your host, Patty Bax. This is a podcast designed for you, the passionate sports fan. I know you love your sports. Who doesn't? I cover Buffalo sports and so much more by bringing in the human elements. I call it Buffalo Sports with a Twist. Join me as we take a journey into the world of Buffalo sports. I guarantee you'll fall in love with Buffalo just like I did. Each week we start with an inspiration, question of the day, a Buffalo fun fact, and our weekly challenge to you, the listener. Come huddle up with me. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 4 p.m. Pacific Coast Time for the Buffalo Huddle with Patty Bax on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. As we say in Buffalo, go Bills!
It's IE Sports Radio. It is your direct feed for all that is sports. It is Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris every Tuesday night right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris is the most comprehensive view on Philadelphia sports exclusively right here on IE Sports Radio. You know what it is, your direct feed for all that is sports. Tuesday night, IE Sports Radio, Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris.
What's up, sports fans? You're listening to IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I'm your favorite West Coast Wisconsinite, Bernie Bango, and if you're a cheesehead, come listen to my show, Big Cheese Sports, where we road trip around America's Dairyland, previewing, reviewing, predicting, debating, and digging into all that is Wisconsin sports at the college and pro levels. Join me on IE Sports Radio, Sundays at 1 p.m. Central Standard. Bernie out.
Bishop on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all sports. Before we left off, took a quick break, we were just talking about wildcard mania here in the NFL during playoff season. Like I said, man, this has been insane so far. Speaking of wildcard mania, okay? You had another young gunner. First you had C.J. Stroud, the young gunner, who took down the veteran Joe Flacco, Myles Garrett and company, Cleveland Browns. Embarrassed them boys, okay? Joe Flacco with the back-to-back pick sixes was insane, man. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I just needed you to get Jerome Ford a touchdown. You couldn't do that for me, Flacco, man. I'm disappointed, brother. I'm disappointed, but that's okay. Last night, we had another young gunner mosey into town, Dallas Cowboy, at the great star, set his eyes upon America's team, as they call themselves. There ain't been America's team since the greatest show on turf. But no disrespect to Jerry Jones and his franchise. The young gunner that I'm talking about, who definitely deserves some claps, ladies and gentlemen, who made it look easy, looked like a hot knife going through butter on them Dallas Cowboys. No one other than Jordan Love, Green Bay Packers on. You could not pay me to believe that Jordan Love was going to go down there and shred them kids like that. You couldn't. Bro, I had Dallas on. I had game day special on FanDuel, man. Dallas getting 5 sacks off this guy. I don't think they got one. That boy was invincible. He had the invincibility cloak on, all right? That boy had the invincibility cloak. I don't. Hey, let's see here. That tried to put together a comeback drive, but at that point, I think Green Bay had their backups in. If I'm not mistaken, that's why they was moving so fluently towards the end of the game. Hell, the game was over. The game been over. My man Jay Love, 16 for 21, 272 yards, 3 touchdowns. Aaron Jones, of course, was the top rusher for Green Bay with 21 carries, 118 yards. Did not see that coming at all. Romeo Doubs. I don't think no one saw this coming. Romeo Doubs, top receiver for Green Bay. 6 receptions, 152 again. 6 receptions, 151 yards. Bro, that's not what I was expecting. That's not what I was expecting. Dallas had 1, 2. Get out of here. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Green Bay had 4 sacks. Did that go down 4 times? I don't remember that. But I'm counting them. Preston Smith looked like he had himself a sack. Van Ness looked like he had himself a sack. Nixon had himself a sack, and Campbell. And I had, man, hold up. Stop the press. Hold up, man. Stop the damn press. Let's go down here. You mean to tell me Parsons, Armstrong, Gilmore, well, not Gilmore, but Curse, man, Lawrence. Hold up, man. You mean to tell me with these bullies, with these pass rushing bullies on Dallas squad, y'all could, and I'm not gonna keep going. We got other great shows to talk about these teams that I'm talking about. However, because they messed up my slips. All right, I ain't happy. I had Dallas. You mean to tell me, Dallas, you did not get to sniff? Y'all didn't get to sniff Jordan Love? Not even a whiff? Just to see if he had cologne on? Y'all didn't even get close enough to get a whiff? Y'all couldn't get a sack, a half a sack, a something, a pressure him, or something. This is ugly, man. This was ugly. Dak did have like I said, he threw for an impressive 403 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, but 41 for 60. But like I said, I think that was towards Green Bay backups. Green Bay was done playing. Hell, Dallas was like, we're going to try to come back. And Green Bay like, man, y'all ain't coming back. Don't even worry about it, player. We're going to still whoop you by 16. Y'all can march down the field all y'all want to. Moving on. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That was insane. That was insane. That was one of the wild card manias. I don't know. I don't know, man. And then you had the finale to yesterday. To yesterday's wild card weekend, super wild card weekend, the finale, the kiss of death. You had two great quarterbacks visiting or facing each other, facing former teams that they were the quarterback on. Matt Stafford and Jared Goff. Jared Goff was at home, and the Rams had to come and see him, and the Rams took care of business. They slid up out of there by 1 point. That was actually a pretty decent game. I'm not going to front. That was a pretty decent game. I liked that game. Stafford did his thing, 23 for 36, 367 yards, 2 touchdowns. That looked like Matt Stafford. I'm disappointed that Kyron Williams didn't get a touchdown or 2. I'm disappointed that Puka Nacua didn't get 2 touchdowns. But Puka Nacua did his thing. Man, I don't know how the hell the Chiefs didn't see this guy. We wasn't scouting properly or something, because this man has been on a tear ever since he stepped foot on the NFL's turf. 9 receptions for 181 yards for Puka Nacua last night. Like I said, Kyron Williams was the top rusher, 13 carries, 61 yards for the Rams. Jared Goff did his thing also, 22-27, almost perfect, 277, 1 touchdown. Montgomery, my guy. Montgomery, been my guy when he was on the Bears. That's my guy. Montgomery and Tariq Cohen was my duo on the Bears. I don't give a damn. I'm a Chiefs fan for life, but them two, I wanted them two in Kansas City together because they were electrifying. Montgomery had 14 carries, 57 yards. St. Brown was the top receiver, of course. 7 receptions, 110 yards. No touchdowns, though. That's weird. My boy Montgomery only had 1 because he had to split the other one with Gibbs. It's all good. I wish he had 2. Messed my slips up a little bit also. It's all good. But the thing that we're going to talk about today, what we got, the games today, and I know Ms. Bax is probably, they on right now kicking, man. The 0-0 still was in the Bills, man. They already in for, 20 seconds? According to my Google research. I don't know if it was actually, I don't know. The internet's a little lagging sometimes when it comes to games. Steelers got the ball. From what I can see, they're on their 46, 1st and 10, so they're moving. They are moving. As far as I know, Pittsburgh started out with the ball. Rudolph completed 1 pass, 14 yards. Man, hey, I can't wait. I don't know what's going to happen with this game. I'm excited. A lot of people is putting money on Pittsburgh, and I don't know if it's because of what happened yesterday with Dallas in Green Bay and what happened with the Texans and the Browns, but a lot of people are like, hey, we're gonna hammer the underdogs, because so far the NFL script writers, man, got underdogs taking everything. Got them taking everything. I don't even know what the money line for Green Bay was yesterday. I didn't even bother to look at it because I just knew that I had Dallas for 5 sacks, and I suck. I should have paid attention, man. I should have paid attention. Can't wait. I can't wait to see how this game is going to unfold or how it's going to conclude. Because then I know the destiny of my team. So we're trying to figure it out. Because as of right now, it's looking like we might be looking at the Texans. But if Buffalo pulls it off, then Mahomes get to go on the road, baby. And the rest of the world get to see what they want to see. Since y'all want to discredit Mahomes for everything that he's done. Y'all, the greatness that he's poured out into the NFL. Y'all want to, nitpick. Oh, well, he hasn't done this. Oh, well, he hasn't done that. Oh, well, he hasn't had to go play a playoff game on the road. How does he think that's going to feel? That's going to affect him. Oh, his receivers ain't that good. Oh, he's whiny. If Mahomes roll into Buffalo and walk out of there with Josh Allen's helmet, what would the narrative be? Out of curiosity, if the Chiefs walk into Buffalo and walk out with Josh Allen helmet, and y'all know what I mean when I say his helmet. Y'all know that's just a figure of speech. Just don't take it too literally. We don't do the violence. But walk out with the helmet of Josh Allen. What would the new narrative be? I think the Chiefs can. No, I wholeheartedly feel the Chiefs can take down. If this defense get up there in Buffalo, if that's where we end up at, and they play how they just played the NFL most explosive offense by locking them down. We already know the cold weather ain't gonna be a problem. We just did that. So we're not worried about the weather. If they get up there and they shut y'all out at home, what would the narrative be? I just feel like the script writers is gonna make it to where they're going to favor Josh Allen just to get him something. Just so he could say, I finally eliminated Mahomes from the playoffs. Because that has yet to happen. If we get to your house, Mr. Allen, and you cannot send Mahomes home or to Cancun, then what happens to your legacy in Buffalo? What happens? And I know some Bengals fans are salivating at the mouth and all that stuff. They can't wait for the Chiefs to lose. The Bengals the Bengals have the weirdest fan base. They the only organization fan base that I see try to partner up and team up with different teams to take down the Chiefs. It is the oddest thing ever. It's cringy as hell. Stop doing it. It looks weird, and it makes you look weak. I said it before. We're going to pause real quick, take another quick break. We'll come back. We're going to finish this thing up on this beautiful MLK Day. Chiefs playoff victory Monday. I wonder where Mitch Holt is going to be at if they're doing a live show at High V every Monday after the Chiefs game. It's crazy, man, that this season is dwindling down. It's almost done. You've been listening to This is KC Sports. I'm your man Bishop, live and direct on IE Sports Radio, and we'll be right back. Stick around.
Well, what is up, Carolina Nation? This is John Felipe of the Carolina Cast, of course, the podcast of, by, and for the Carolinas, right here on IE Sports, your direct feed for all that is sports. And I'm reminding you to tune in Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern for the latest in Carolina sports, whether it's the Panthers that keep on pounding, the fly natures of the Hornets, the storming Hurricanes, the battle of the Blues with Duke and UNC, the fight of the Clemson Tigers, or the amazing atmosphere of any Carolina college. I'm talking App State, I'm talking ECU. I've got you covered. Once again, tune in for the Carolina Cast with me, John Felipe, Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Sports fans, do you like teams that are tough, cities that are tougher, and fan bases that are passionate about their teams? How about teams that are historic and stadiums that are iconic? Then you belong in Chicago, and you need to check out Chi-Town Weekly. Join me, Adam Kernan, every week as we keep up with all things Chicago sports. Bears, Bulls, Blackhawks, Cubs, White Sox. We'll cover them all, plus more. The Windy City is always buzzing, and we'll keep you up on all the big games and major stories. So tune in to Chi-Town Weekly every week right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's up, everybody? This is Taryn Rodriguez. Are you a fan of volleyball? Are you a fan of Thunder Spikes? Then I have the show for you, Set Point, where I cover NCAA men's and women's volleyball, high school boys and girls volleyball, beach volleyball, and even professional volleyball. Catch the action every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
You're listening to This is KC Sports with Bishop on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Is that louder?
Welcome back to This is KC Sports with your man Bishop. I just turned that Bills game on just to see what the heck was going on, man. James Cook is moving. Looked like Josh Allen just hit Stephon Diggs for 58 yards. They about to bomb. They're in the red zone, man. They about to bomb first on James Cook. All right, so I'm excited. So far, like I said, Buffalo is getting ready to score. For those who's probably not tuned in, I'm sure a lot of people are tuned in because everybody want to see what's about to happen. If your team is still in this thing, we're gonna see what's gonna happen here. Like I said, Buffalo's in the red zone right now. Look like they're about at the 10-yard line. Oh, who did he just hit? Josh Allen just hit. Was that Dawson Knox? Son of a gun. I wanted Stephon Diggs to get the first team touchdown, dude. Oh, my God. Oh, well. Dawson Knox, man. Buffalo just went up 6-0. I don't think Pittsburgh knew what. They looked like they're confused on defense. Yep, they go to snowballs. They come to snowballs. Yep, they blew coverage. So, man, we might be, if Pittsburgh keep playing like this, we'll be on our way to Buffalo, Chiefs Kingdom. So, I don't care either way. I don't care who we play, to be honest with you. That was a horrible kick, field goal. Man, that was kind of low. Dang, man. Josh Allen, how come it couldn't be Stephon Diggs, bro? Like, what's up, bro? Diggs just, I don't know, man. Well, I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. What y'all think gonna happen with that Tampa Bay and Philly game? Tampa Bay has kind of been on a hot streak lately, and Philly has been on a cold streak, man. It's gonna be. I can tell you right now. With the loss that Dallas just suffered, Jerry Jones was pissed. You could tell he was pissed. With the loss that they just suffered, I don't think that was Mike McCarthy's fault. I don't think he should probably be fired, but it's always easier to blame the coach, it seems like. And I'm like, dude, how many coaches have you went through under Dak? It's probably not the coach, bro. It's probably not. Just saying, it's probably not the coach. There's about to be a lot of shaking and moving going on this offseason. You got Ron Rivera out as head coach. Old boy down in Atlanta lost his spot. Who else? Who else is out as head coach? I think, North Carolina cleaned house. I thought there was somebody else. Staley, right? Chargers. He's out of there, right? That's a lot of vacancies, man. There's a lot of vacancies. I feel like, I don't know. I hear Harbaugh maybe going to the Chargers, whatever. I don't know. I heard Michigan's kind of pushing back at that. They probably gonna try to pay him as much as they can possibly pay him to keep him where he's at. It still seems like the league is looking over Eric Bieniemy. I mean, you can only do so much from the position that you're in, and if Ron Rivera vetoed anything that Eric Bieniemy probably put together, then that's where we are. So I feel like that it doesn't matter where he got. Eric Bieniemy has been proven. I feel like he needs to be a head coach at this point. Just at least get a guy a shot 1 year at least and see what happens. I mean, it's hard to do some things in 1 year. You can make a team, start going in the right direction in one season, but you can't really build a solid team in 1 year. And that's where I feel like a lot of these owners mess up at when they hire these coaches. Is they like, all right, I'm going to come in and win you a Super Bowl in one season. Can I at least get to know the guys first, know their traits, know what they're good at, what they're not so good at? You can't do all that in one season. And the reason you can't is because you get them and, you're conditioning them and you only got so much time, in training camp. The NFL only allows you to do so much interacting with these players. So you can't sit there and think that 1 year is enough time. It's not possible. You're going to need at least a good 2 years, at least. And honestly, I feel like that should be the minimum contract for a head coach. If you hire someone as a head coach, it's a minimum of 2 years. 2 years. Minimum. Because that firing them after 1 year, bro, like, let me build it. And then a lot of owners, you got a lot of GMs and stuff that's hands-on. I mean, a lot of owners that's hands-on, you know, and all I say, you only allow so much freedom, like, to operate. So, minimum 2 years. Let's see if we can build you a Super Bowl contending team. Hell, even playoff contenders. So half these things don't even get close. Like, look at North Carolina. You had no choice but to clean house. I mean, what did you expect? You drafted a quarterback. You cleared out all your veteran players that was worth something. What did you think was going to happen? You thought y'all was going to be contenders because you drafted a quarterback that was looking good in college? Stupid. It was stupid. And now you're going to end up having a lot of these college kids like, I'm not playing for that team. I'm not playing. Like, you got Caleb Williams right now. I'm not playing for Arizona. Don't even bother looking in my direction. I will sit out the draft. I will miss the draft. I will not go to the NFL if you think that you're going to draft me. So, and I ain't mad at him. You're not about to waste my career here. No, y'all can't even run the organization properly. No, hell no. I'm out of it. Nope. Don't even look in my direction. Because Arizona got Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray isn't a horrible quarterback. He's a very pretty good quarterback. He's mobile. He can throw and run. He's small in size, whatever, but he's capable, and it's been proven that he's capable. But Arizona was hustling backwards. You didn't give them proper weapons for the most part. I mean, he had some good people, but shit, time. Like I said, a lot of these owners don't allow time to do what time needs to do, and that's a problem with a lot of people. You don't allow time to do what it needs to do. Yeah, sometimes you gotta be patient. So yeah, here we are. So I'm grateful for Andy Reid, Brett Veach. Yes, the receiver room that we have could be better this season because I'm not gonna sit here and say, yeah, we need better players because this is the same receiver room we just won the Super Bowl with. So I'm not going to ever forget that. Could they have played better this year? Of course. I'm sure they feel the same way. They don't want the drops. Travis Kelce had, 2-3 good drops in this wild card playoff game. I'm sure he don't go out there playing that. So could they play better? Yes, definitely. Look like we're going to be playing Buffalo, man. Buffalo, like I said, from what I saw, I turned it off. I don't want to spoil my appetite here while I'm on air. But it's hard, man. Like, I love this game so much. Dude, it's hard, man. I want to see what's happening right now. But Buffalo seem to, like I said, they seem to be building momentum. I don't know what happened. I turned it off. It's on commercial right now. I want to see what's actually happening right now. What I missed. Let's see here. Look like we're coming back. Look at all that snow in Buffalo. My goodness. $20. Hey, I didn't get to ask these questions. Would y'all have shoveled that snow for $20? First of all, we all know that people have heart attacks lifting this snow. And maybe these people up in Buffalo know the proper technique. But $20 an hour. Would you go out there for $20 an hour and shovel all that damn snow? I'm like, this is a multi-billion-dollar organization. You better get some snow blowers up in this joint. Like, it should be very, like, bare minimum labor intense. That's all I can say. Like, it shouldn't. Josh Allen overthrows. Is that Stephon Diggs? Yep, of course. Why not? Pittsburgh don't look like they did anything with their second possession. I don't know what happened, but Buffalo has the ball now. So, man, I feel like Philadelphia can get 5 sacks on Baker Mayfield. What y'all think? Y'all think so? All right, cool, great, because that's one of my plays for today. 5 sacks game special. FanDuel 5 sack. Oh, Oh, they almost got Allen. He got out of it, of course. Now he's running. They got hands on him. They couldn't wrap him up. Almost got him. I feel like I said, Philly should be able to get 5 sacks on Baker Mayfield. If Tampa Bay beats Philadelphia, somebody better start looking for a job. I'm not gonna say no names, Sirianni. Yanni. Because there's no reason you should lose to Tampa Bay. I mean, Dallas is now out of y'all way. Y'all don't have to worry about Dallas. They choked. Looked like Buffalo just got stalled out. Incomplete pass. Somebody dropped it. That was that Kincaid or Knox? Knox just had the... Nope, that ain't... Who was that? I don't know. He dropped the ball. That's all I know. Buffalo's getting ready to punt. 4th and 2. Pittsburgh is ready to receive it. So, yeah. If Philly lose, this is going to be crazy. I'm starting to feel like the NFL wants another San Francisco and Baltimore Super Bowl. I mean, I know Baltimore wants that. San Francisco fans may want that. I have no interest in playing San Francisco in the Super Bowl. And it's not because that they're good team. It's just we've been there, done that. I'm not interested in playing the Eagles in the Super Bowl again. Been there, done that. I would have liked to see Dallas. Hell, I'll take Green Bay. I don't care if we get that far. I'll take a Green Bay. But I don't think Green Bay is going to get past San Francisco. So San Francisco is going to steamroll. See, that's what makes it ugly. Because if Philly lose to Tampa Bay, we all know what Tampa Bay versus San Francisco is going to look like. And I'm not interested in that, man. I don't want another Kansas City. I don't think I'll be interested in a Buffalo versus San Francisco. I'm definitely not interested in Baltimore versus San Francisco. Not even a little bit. So I don't know. But we're getting ready to wrap up the show. I'm going to go finish watching this game and get ready for the Tampa Bay and Philadelphia game. We got money riding. Let's see what's going to happen. I definitely appreciate you guys for hanging out with me today. On another episode of This is KC Sports, shout out to Larry B, Terran Rodriguez, Page, the entire IE Sports Radio. I'm your man Bishop. It's been a pleasure. Go Chiefs. We'll find out today who we're going to play on the next playoff game. I can't wait. Y'all be safe out there on this MLK Day. If you're here in Kansas City, obviously it's still snowing again. Buffalo, whatever, traveling, whatever. Y'all be safe, man. Peace out.